Hello everyone, welcome back to our Asobi channel. Today we're having a Godzilla card game deck fight video featuring the red Godzilla deck with the burst keyword.
The blue Godzilla deck has evolution as the keyword.
Right, without further ado, let us get started. Rock, paper, scissors. I'll be going first, so let us begin. Draw 5 cards. And then I will take the first turn. I will draw a card for the turn. I will discard City of Tokyo to invade. I will advance Godzilla by 1 space. And then I will choose to gain rage 4 times, discarding 4 monster cards. I have no battle cards, so I'll move on to my end phase, advancing Godzilla. And drawing 4 more cards to bring me back up to 5.
My turn. Draw. I'll discard Gigan to invade my Godzilla by 1 space. I will discard 2 monster cards to gain 10,000 rage. And I will move on from my main phase. Since I have no battle cards, I'll skip my counter phase as well. At the end, my Godzilla will advance by 1 space and then I'll draw back up to 5.
I'll draw for turn and I'll set my rage to 0. Right. I'll play the battle card Angrius into Zone 8. I will choose to gain rage twice. Next, I will discard an invade icon 2 to invade twice. And when that happens, Angrius effects will activate. Every time my monster card invades, I may reduce its rage by 1 to search my deck for a monster card with burst. So I will perform it twice. I will search my deck for a rank 2 with burst and a rank 3 with burst 2. After doing so, I will discard the rank 3 to gain a rage. And then I'll play the rank 2 on top of my Godzilla as my action. Due to the burst keyword, I may play it on a rank 1. I'll gain a rage, and when it enters, my opponent discards cards until they have 4 cards in their hand. Right, that's all for my main phase. During the counter phase, I have a counter power of 2000. The counter will fail, and I'll move on to my end phase. The burst will go away, I'll advance, and I'll draw back up to 5.
Alright, so my turn. I'll draw 1 for start of turn. I will play the battle card, Destroyer Aggregate Form. I will do that again. And 1 more time. I'll play the strategy card, Godzilla vs Destroyer. So during my turn, if I have a Destroyer battle card in my in my zones, I get 10,000 extra counter power. I will discard this monster card to gain 5,000 rage. Sorry. Yeah. And I'll proceed on to the counter phase. So my total counter power is 3,000 plus 3,000 plus 3,000, which is 9,000. With my strategy card, it becomes 19,000.
Okay, when the Godzilla is countered, you will move backwards as is in the upper zones. And I'll put the rank 2 Godzilla from my monster deck on top of it.
Right. At the end of my turn, my Godzilla will advance by 1 space, and I'll draw back up to 5.
I'll start my turn, I'll draw a card, and set my rage to 0. So for my main phase, I will discard a battle card to invade by 1 space. When I do, my Godzilla's when invading ability activates. I may search my deck for a rank 3 Godzilla card named Godzilla 2023 with burst. I'll search for this Godzilla 2023 and then I'll play it as my monster card for turn. As he has the burst keyword, I may play it on my rank 2. I'll gain a rage from playing a monster card, and when this enters, I destroy a rank 4 or lower battle card of my opponents. I will destroy this destroyer. Next, I will discard a monster card from my hand to gain rage. And now with two rage, I'll play my strategy card, Godzilla Emerges. When I do, I search my deck for a Godzilla 2023 and put it into play. I'll put the rank 7 Godzilla 2023 in play. And then I'll play a second copy of Godzilla Emerges to put another Godzilla battle card into play. I'll put a second copy of the rank 7 into play. Finally, I'll play another Angrius on zone 4, and then we'll move on to the counter phase. So my total combined power would be 14, 16, 18,000.
18,000, that counters my Godzilla. So I'll turn it into a rank 2 Godzilla.
Right, I'll move on to the end of the end phase. The Godzilla that came out with the burst will go away. I'll advance the Godzilla and draw back up to 5.
So my turn, I'll draw 2. I'll clear my reach and my strategy. I will enter the main phase, the start of main phase. My evolution keyword will trigger. So both of the destroyer flying forms will trigger their evolution effect. If the card was played through evolution, I can draw 2 cards, then discard 2 cards. So I will draw 2, then I will discard 2. Similarly for the other one, I will draw 2 and discard 2. I'll discard to invade by 2 steps. I will play the strategy card, Godzilla vs Destroyer, to increase my counter power by 10,000. And I will play another strategy card, Godzilla vs Destroyer. This one's effect is to destroy all my opponent's battle cards in zones 1 to 5.
Right. When Godzilla 23 is destroyed, he goes to the bottom of my deck.
I'll play my monster card for turn. The enter effect is to select a rank 4 or lower battle card with evolution from my discard pile and play it in a zone adjacent to this card. When playing the monster card, I gain 1 level of rage. I will discard 3 more monster cards to gain 3 more points of rage. So I will proceed to the counter phase. 4,000 plus 4,000 plus 3,000 is 11,000, plus 10,000 from one of my strategy cards.
Yep.
This is 21.
With only 18, I'm successfully countered, and I'll play the rank 3 Godzilla from my monster deck.
So at the end of my turn, my Godzilla will advance 1 space, and then I'll draw back up to 5.
Right. I will start my turn. I'll draw 2 cards. My strategy cards will go away, and my rage is set to 0. So for my first action, I'll play a monster card from my hand. I'll play a rank 3 Godzilla 2023 from my hand. I'll gain 1 rage. Next, I will discard another monster card to gain another point of rage. Next, I will declare to invade. I'll discard this Godzilla with the invade icon of 2 to invade. I'll advance my Godzilla by 2 spaces, and this will activate its when invading ability twice. If I have 2 or more rage, I destroy all of my opponent's rank 6 or lower battle cards. So I'll destroy this destroyer and the one in area 1. Next, I'll play Godzilla Emerges as my strategy card. And then I'll put a rank 5 Godzilla 2023 battle card into play. I will place it in area 5. When it enters, if I have 2 more rage, I'll reduce my opponent's rage by 1. I'll put out a second copy to reduce the rage by another 1. And then I'll place down the rank 7 Godzilla 2023. And afterwards we will move on to the counter phase. I have a total counter power of 15,000, which is insufficient. So I'll move on to the end of the turn. My Godzilla will advance, and I'll draw back up to 5.
So start of my turn, I'll draw 3. I'll clear the strategy as well as rage cards. I'll trigger the effect of Destroyer Aggregate form. destroy aggregate forms effect. When it's played by evolution, I will draw 2 and discard 2. I'll play Batra. 2 draw and then discard 1. I'll play Gigan, my battle card. If this card is in the same column as my opponent's monster, I'll send the top card of my deck to my discard pile. If it's a battle card, I'll move my opponent's monster card with 50,000 or less threat level backwards by 1 zone. It's a monster card, so this fails. I'll play the strategy card, Godzilla vs Destroyer, to destroy my opponent's battle cards in zones 1 to 5.
Okay. All 3 of these have the same ability to go to the bottom when they're destroyed. I'll put them all to the bottom.
I will discard 4 monster cards to gain reach. Now play Destroyer Aggregate Form from my hand. So now we'll proceed on to the counter phase. So my counter power total is 17,000. It does not beat the 32,000 power. So at the end of my turn, my Godzilla will advance by 1 space, and now draw back up to 5.
I'll begin my turn. I'll be drawing 2 cards. The strategy card will go to the discard area and my rage will be set to 0. And since my opponent does not have a battle card in zone 8, I'll be declaring the invade action and discarding a card with invade icon 2. This moves my Godzilla from my zone 7 to 8 and into my opponent's zone for the victory.
Alright, thank you.
Thank you very much.